numb, I've come undone. Let me go, I'm sorry that I can't be what you want. My heart is gone, disconnected. Don't know why we fell apart. The feeling sets in, but only after dark. Only after dark. Only after dark.
If still not getting.
Only after dark.
and welcome to WSC Rocket League.
Yeah.
A switch up for a Wednesday. Normally we do Overwatch. This week we're going into Rocket League. Our starting lineup for players on WSC is Cap, Insano, Zekers, and Flush. We hope to see really good things. Both teams are at 1-1, one win, one loss coming into this game. So it's a coin toss, a lot like a lot of the games we play here, WSC, or at least a lot of the games that I've commentated on. Really don't know what's going to happen until we go into it, and really makes it that much more exciting.
Yeah, Rocket League is very chaotic, so it's really hard to see how it's going to go down before it actually gets going. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially when we got someone whose screen name has the word insane in it. So,
Oh, they know they're good. Varsity esports team against Wilson College. And it really looks like it's going to be a good game. Really excited for it. Really excited to see all the stops come out, see the clutch plays. And if this team is anything like their Overwatch team with communication, with playing here and there, we can already tell it's going to be exciting. We're going to see some good plays. We're going to combos. We're going to see some teamwork here. That's going to be marvelous, marvelous, absolutely marvelous.
yeah, the guys down in the esports room, they're always practicing together, so there's got to be at least some teamwork.
Oh, absolutely. And with Rocket League, it is definitely you can be the one person who absolutely dominates the game by playing by themselves, or you can play as a team. And I think it's going to be a lot more advantageous to play as a team, especially against other professionals. So I think that's going to be really, really important for the team, and we're going to see some good 1v1, 1v6 matchups, and we're going to see some good teamwork.
I'm also just seeing apparently Zekers is a recruited player all the way from Pennsylvania who came
Ooh.
all the way here to play Rocket League specifically.
Way here to play Rocket League specifically. Wow. Glad we have him. Holy cow.
I
See how
can't.
Zekers among the other players flushed Kevin Sano as our starting lineup do against Wilson College.
It's gonna be real. I think it's gonna be really interesting to see how Zekers does, especially just learning that coming all the way from Pennsylvania. That's so weird to me. Uh, Good on him. I'm excited to see how he plays, but
Absolutely. And after spending so much time with the team, this is the third week in the competition. So they've played games already. We're two games so far. Already communication happening here, communication happening there, and there's tons of training in between, tons of practice in between. So I think we're going to see some really good stuff out of the team today.
well, we're just kind of waiting for the match to start for now. If you're watching, thanks for coming in on the stream. Support your Wildcats. I know the guys are always practicing, making sure that they can give everybody watching a good show.
Absolutely, and more than a good show, really, these professionals, these athletes train just as much as football players, as soccer players, as rugby players, as tennis players, as any other professional athletes do. They're real professionals in their field, and they do quite fantastically. Wayne State College esports team is amazing. We've seen amazing things for them all week, all past 3 weeks now, and I'm really excited for this game.
I haven't personally played Rocket League in a while, but I am kind of excited to see how a professional does it. And I think we're jumping right in.
Uh, Before I forget to mention, I'm Nathan,
Oh, I'm Joe.
and we're going to be the commentators for this game.
We just got so into Rocket League. We got so distracted.
But yeah, we were really watching the board up there, looking at the cool cars. Uh, but yeah, if you want to find more of the content that the esports displays, there's games every single day of the week, starting at 7 typically against other schools, other colleges. And we are from KWSC, the radio station here at WSC, commentators, and we do other commentating sports for other things around campus as well as run the radio station. So make sure to check out those spaces as well.
Yeah, check out the other WSC streams. I know there's a lot of people playing a lot of things, trying to provide a lot of entertainment. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I think even you can go into the description and about page of Wildcats Twitch, or sorry, WC Wildcats Twitch, to see the streams of our own players who do their own streaming outside of playing esports, outside of being on the team. Make sure you support your local streamer.
Just one little view can make someone's day, guys, and I mean that.
So going into it, I don't know too much about Wilson College, besides the fact that both our teams in this instance are 1-1 for wins in this season. It really is going to be a coin toss, but I think the first game, or the first matchup before the 1 of 5 matchup, will be really determining what we're going to be expecting.
Oh yeah, like I can definitely agree with that. Rocket League is, at least in my opinion, it's one of those games where once you kind of see how the first round goes, you can kind of get a good feel for how the rest of the matches will go. And it all comes down to communication and the teamwork and skill.
And definitely having a reflexive kind of ability in your team, being able to adapt to your players and different players' strategies and capabilities.
Yeah.
And so far with the WSC team, we have seen capability these places, but we'll just have to see for this game. And if we are going to be if we're going to be the team that needs to adapt, or if we're going to make
Yeah, that's always really good if you can get them on their heels like right away and make them have to change everything that they're doing. That works in just about anything, be it football or volleyball or esports with Rocket League. If you can start strong, that helps a lot. Oh. Just staring at the ball. Oh, here we go. Zekers, the guy to watch, in my opinion. All right.
outside, narrowly missing the goal.
It looks Insano getting a nice catch there. Rallying. Knocking the ball back. Oh. Some good defense by Insano. Yeah, there has to. Uh-oh. In case you can still hear me, it looks like Flush just scored. So good on him. We're having some connection issues, if you can still hear me, that is. And we missed the first score, Flush. I didn't quite see all of it, but I know Flush got the first points for the team, so good on him.
And with Flush's perspective now, it's a very aggressive play towards almost a goal before that's deflected.
Almost a second point within 5 minutes. Keeping pressure on him.
College leading away from their goal.
And kind of an interception there as they knocked the ball away from their control. Knocking it back that way.
towards goal. Now we have the setup, and there you go. We have Akers as our second score.
Zeckers, the Pennsylvania man, scores for the second point.
Well done, too, with that setup. They're preoccupied with our other players. Immediately heading off towards our own goal. Our defense is trying to get it away from the opening up high.
I like how when they're playing more defensively, how close together they are to kind of play off of each other.
Ball a little bit.
Yeah, they're playing off of each other really well.
Zeker's taking a little bit more of a defensive.
Just in case.
Center. Zeker's coming in with an offensive.
Trying
Ball
to
heading
dribble.
back towards I side.
Flush knocking the ball towards. Oh, and Insano stopping it from reaching the other side of the field.
Insano with the setup towards center. Pushed back by defense, Wilson College. Wilson College pushing it towards our goal, then back towards theirs. Ooh, with that off the side by Zekers.
The Pennsylvania
Well
boy does it again.
Look at that.
So right away you can see how well WSC is working together on this.
Explosion by Kevin Insano.
Insano is out of the count for a moment.
We have the ball back on Wilson College side as the defense starts to bring it back to center. Insano back in the game, keeping the ball on Wilson College side as we try to maneuver into position for a play. Ball's now coming into our territory.
And it looks like Wilson, one of their guys, kind of is floating back there, ready to score should the ball float back there. They're playing two-man on defense while one guy
Insano
stays.
going for the almost goal. All right, Wilson College has it in our territory, setting up for the score.
And
Pushed back by Flush.
pushed back
Chronic.
again and blocked by Insano. Back in the air, but a miss by Wilson.
Staying on the wall in a defensive position, ready for the goal.
Now's the time to push forward.
With a
miss.
miss there from Chronics. Still heavily in our territory, and our defense is struggling to get it out. It looks like this is going to be the play, though. Decker's taking the ball off the side, being intercepted by Manny.
Blasting it down the side. They've only got one guy playing defense.
On the center, Zuckers sends it back. Flush hits it off
Knocks
the side. Almost a goal. And
Insano.
Insano comes in for the assist off Zeckers to get the goal. It was really a full team cooperation there, going from Flush to Zeckers to Insano.
Yeah, a lot of good passes, a lot of good defense. And we're already starting off hot.
Starting off hot in the enemy territory, Wilson College.
Almost
Defense
got another one.
A little scattered. Zeckers sending it back into enemy territory, down the center, off to the side. Cap and Insano right next to each other, right over their heads.
They're missing defense on the other side, but they rally quickly.
Has it back in center. Zeckers pushing towards goal, pushing towards center.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Zeckers keeping it out of our side, heading it back over, and that is a match for Wayne State.
All right, that's 1 out of 5. And like I said, you can kind of tell how the rest of the game is going to go depending on how well the first round goes. And it really looks like WSC is really leading hard. It's going to be, unless Wilson kind of has a rally, it's going to be hard to come back from this.
And the setup plays that we saw for some of these points were really impressive, going from each individual player before making the score. Really well done. We saw a few points from Zeckers, the our player from Indiana. Very proud of that. And we're just going to have to see how this continues on into the next game.
Yep. But posting a shutout in the first match is a real good way to demoralize your opponent.
We definitely have momentum now, and I think carrying that through to the next game is going to be really important to keep that momentum, to keep the shutout, to keep everything that we need to make this a successful game for Wayne State. And Wilson College is going to have to try and
They're gonna
against it.
They're gonna have to try and figure something out to go against WSC's really good defense right now.
Sano on the offensive as Zekers misses his hit for goal while still keeping it somewhat on their side. In the middle ground now.
They're really
Sano sends it back over to Wilson College.
They're trying to keep it in the middle at the very least. But every time someone knocks it back over into our area.
Two of our players on each block looking really good for defense, but I can see where that leaves openings immediately afterwards.
Flush sets up with Zekers standing in the back just to make sure they don't get caught off guard.
All right, Captain Sano bring it back to center, off to the side, staying in with some ton of speed, setting it up for any of the other players. Flush towards the center, just shy
barely,
of the score.
Just
Captain Sano towards center. Beckers again keeping it on enemy territory.
Xerox
bringing it back to our territory. Down the center, good defense, 2 on goal. Bringing it up the side. Sending it over.
It looks like Wilson's really picked up defense in the couple seconds it took for the new match to start.
Absolutely. Maybe a minute gone already, minute more. We can already see no points made. It's been really heavily contested. Ooh, and our first point by Zekers off the assist. Is that Captain Sano? Yep. What an excellent play. Good aim.
Zekers from Pennsylvania. Really showing to be an early game MVP as he scored the most points this match, or in the last 2 matches.
Flush coming in with the setup, defending their own territory. Zekers trying to bring it back. Flush with the assist towards Manny. Manny stopping the forward, but accidentally assisting over to Zekers, I think. Oh, sorry, Cap Sano, I mean.
That's gotta hurt. Staying back, trying to play defensive, and you just set up a perfect situation. Oh man, Manny's got to be beating himself up over that one. But, you know, mistakes happen. It's important to see how Wilson College responds. If they'll,
Thinking about keeping the momentum, WSC is doing very well against Wilson College. And yes, exactly as you were saying, Joe, seeing how they respond is going to be crucial here. See if they can make some points back before time runs out. It's heavily in their territory again. Their defense is not keeping it out of their area well enough. Shot down center a little bit too high, coming in again with Cap Sano.
Zekers passing it around, Flush trying to knock it in, but getting stopped by Manny. But Insano comes back and knocks it in anyway. Off the
bounce
wall,
off the side,
off Flush, and then back into Insano. Great play. This is making me kind of want to play Rocket League again.
Absolutely, this game is awesome. So, Insano coming in from up high, taking the Wilson College necessarily by surprise, but definitely
pushing them on the defensive.
Ooh, an explosion right there.
And another score from WSC by Flush. Wilson really needs to figure out their defense if they want to stand a chance. It's going to be really hard to come back this round specifically, and then WSC only needs 1 more to win.
All right, coming back in. Ball's already on WSC side. Defensive is looking pretty good. Up in the air towards center. Zekers flying towards it, sending it off to Wilson College side. Not quite towards the goal. Off to the side now. looking for the responsive hit from Flush, sending it back towards WSC side.
Zekers knocks it away from Chronix, but Xerox comes back, trying to get their first goal of the match still in the second round. And Capensano again.
Again, this is a good game. Wednesday's doing really, really well, and it's going to be really fascinating to see what exactly Wilson College is going to do to defend against us. As we're going into, is this our third match? Sorry. So this is our second match, 5th point, a minute, 15 almost seconds left to go.
Yep. And with us doing best 3 out of 5, it's going to be really hard for Wilson to make a comeback. I don't see them winning this round with only a minute left and needing to score 5 points, and how well 6 points, and how well WSC is defending. And they just keep pouring it on.
Really having those good moves of sending it from their side all the way to Wilson's sides in one hit, and then being able to capitalize off that by maybe taking advantage of the Wilson's defense. All right, Wilson sends it into WSC center, up in the air. Lineup shot, a little bit askew, heading towards center from Capensano, heading back to WSC side. Missed hit by Xerox.
Zekers knocks it back down towards Flush, but Chronix and Manny are keeping them busy.
Staying in WSC side for quite a bit here. We need to get it out if we want to survive getting a point from us.
We want to keep the shutout. Flush
Absolutely.
stops it.
Blocked by Flush. Looking for the setup with Zekers. Capsano in the air. Bounce off the back wall. Hitting off Zekers again. Down center. 13 seconds left to go. Hard to say how this is going to end, if we're going to get another point or not. Regardless, this match is WSC.
Easily. And Flush, with 2 seconds left, scores their 7th point. And I feel like a move like that just really has to demoralize the people on the other team.
Especially threading the needle there with 2 defenders in between him and the goal. He really shot it where it count and had that lucky hit. There we go. For that match, Wayne State, that's 2-0. One more game and Wayne State will win the 3 out of 5.
Yeah, and
see how Wilson College can bring it back.
And I'd be really interested to see if Wayne State can play a shutout, if they can keep Wilson from scoring any points at all this round. And if they win this next one by holding them to nothing again, they'll have done it. And that'll just really make a big statement to cap off this game.
All right, coming into our 3rd game, we're going to have to see how this offense goes. We have the momentum to continue and win this, our 3rd out of 5 games, and take the day. But let's start off right. This might be a harder match than we anticipated. Already a really aggressive push.
They almost got their first point right away. But
aggressive push towards center. Back towards Wilson College side. Defense is going to have to bring it back if they want to stop any chances of losing this match. Towards center, almost no defense before I think Zekers came in to stop it. Zekers at goal.
Zekers and Flush coming in to save it.
Up in the air towards WSC goal. And a defense from Flush.
Some really good defense, as they've been playing on their heels almost this whole time, but WSC has still kept them out of the goal.
All right, and Capsano brings it back to the opposing Wilson College. Back in center with Zekers, aiming towards the goal, bouncing off the side. Towards center right now, if they can just get in and get that extra hit.
Oh, and a score by Flush at the cost of his car. He sacrificed himself and then gnarly explosion just to score.
Really the only way I think he would want to go out. All right, coming in, Xerox got the first hit down center. Flush now bringing it towards Wilson College goal, bouncing off the side, going to center lineup.
Manny.
Capsano bringing it back.
And Wilson really trying to get anything going on their offense. They've been in this situation the entire time. Oh,
whoa! First point there.
Wilson's first point of the night. Let's see if they can build on this momentum and try and make a comeback a little.
See how WSC changes their defensive play, as that was, I think it was a little bit more individualized of a score there. We're going to have to see how WSC then adapts or maybe just does the same thing that they've been doing to success. We have it down center in Wilson College's field. Back over to WSC fields. Back over to Wilson College. Back and forth. Flush in the air towards center. Brought back by defense. Brought back by Zekers.
Zekers keeping it in the air.
Capsano bringing it in for the goal.
Almost.
Ooh, there you go.
Cap and Sano scoring yet again.
Sitting off the edge, a little bit questionable there, thinking that maybe they'd be able to just barely squeeze that out in time before Capsano just tipping it in for the last inch to get the point.
And you have to know Wilson, Wilson has to know at this point that they need this win to stay in the game. So I wonder if that might be affecting their play. They're obviously playing a little better as they have their first point of the night, but
their first point of the night, and that definitely came from a change in play style, or at least it looks like, but it does not seem to affect our scoring as Flush gets another.
It looks like they're Wilson's playing a lot more aggressive to try and score points, and by doing that, their defense is suffering.
Slightly, we have been getting points a little bit faster in their areas than before. Heading off into Wilson College field, heading back over to
Capsano knocks it right down the middle and just misses.
Oh, Flush coming in. Capsano back in WSC to retrieve and head it back. Running up the wall, looking for the good timing. Flush bringing it back with a dribble. Down center.
Flush slams it. Manny barely saves it.
Beckers comes in for the goal. That assist, each one was individually hitting it towards the goal at precision, and when it came down to deflecting it, they just had one too many blockers on Wilson College to stop it from Zekers making that goal. Coming in, Capsano bringing it down center immediately, center of the goal. Have it on Wilson's side.
Flush sets it up to Zekers, who gives it a tap, and yet another point.
See, I think the problem here that we're seeing with Wilson College is that they are putting too many defenders, as we see two right there on one person, which leaves it wide open for a second approach after it bounces off a wall like it did before. 1-5 with 2 minutes left to go in the match.
And it's
not looking good for Wilson College.
It's not looking good for them at all. They really need to get their act together if they're going to hope to come back and not just get a point, but stay in the game. If they lose this round, which they have 2 minutes to score 5 points, just to tie it, then they're done.
Can happen, definitely.
Anything can happen, but it's going to be real
still fresh.
Hard. It's going to be real hard for them.
This point by Capsano, he's just on fire tonight, coming in with a game, heading it down to WSC side, towards the goal, but it looks like we have a good defense there as Zeker and Flush hit it back. Flush, Capsano in Wilson College zone. Zeker's around the goal for an assist. We're just getting it off the sides at this point. Straight down the center.
But we have Zekers for the save to keep it out of the goal, and we got Cap and Sano and Flush just trying to get it to the other side while Wilson is trying to rally. Oh,
coming in with a deflect.
Knocking it down the middle, but stops.
Back and forth, staying in WSC territory longer than I think they are comfortable. Zekers pushing it back out a little bit more comfortably, right down the center towards the goal. A block by Manny. And a retrieve by Manny back into WSC territory. Capsano bringing it back, and Manny stopping it at center. Zekers coming in for the interception, down center, off the side, towards goal. Flushes in there with everyone else. Zekers by goal.
With only
29 seconds left.
With only half a minute, it looks like a lot of hope for Wilson is kind of fading. As
This match is definitely over, but getting this last point, I think, is going to be what.
It's going to be a real statement.
Absolutely.
And WSC.
That replay. Very close defense, I will say. They're very close to blocking that, but at 1-7, close doesn't really cut it, and with only 12 seconds to go, I don't see this going any other way but WSC winning this matchup.
With Wilson coming in at a loss for this.
Ooh. Very close, as you can see. We had Zekers and Flush setting up a shot right there, maybe inches away from the goal.
So that was Wilson versus Wayne State. Wayne with a kind of an overwhelming blowout, but that's not to belittle Wilson College. They played real great. There were a lot of real near misses to show that they have more potential. And it'll be kind of interesting to see how Wilson kind of comes back from this. I think their defense could definitely use a little work.
Absolutely, and I think Wayne State College did really well here. I'm excited to see future games, to see how we've improved, to see how we might play against other teams that challenge us extremely. I want to see how our team works like that, because if we're working this well, then I think we're going to be working very well in the future against harder teams.
All right, well, that's been Rocket League. Thank you. This is Nathan.
That's Joe.
And we'll see you next time, I guess.